And when they ask why you do it, just tell them it's because of my wife. Yeah, it's because of my wife. Yeah, oh, oh. And when they say why you grind so hard, it's because of my wife. Been getting it all day, man.
Watch you, Jelly, gotta watch. Yeah, watch you, Jelly, gotta watch. I gotta watch you. Do. I said do that baby.
Hey!
I said a scoop, name it no da. You know what they be trying to scare.
Don't you start that, because remember that night was at Anthony's and that lady started doing that and you started...
I was like, what the hell is she doing? You don't hear that? No.
He said rewind it. Then he started doing it with her. I said, I feel like we've been set up here. Dang, 5:23 right here.
She was like, I was like, what the hell?
I thought he wanted to rewind so he could hear the sound when he wanted to.
Yes.
The industry itself is boring. So what we want to do, we want to create an environment where boring isn't tolerated. Right? So literally thrive amongst each other, not separatism, but like more of a social capitalism. Everyone's strengths and weaknesses are kind of working together to create a perfect work-life balance for success ultimately. So let's see. So actually, we can actually look right here. So in growing the company, these are areas that we're looking to expand. Here, more workspace area that we're looking to expand. This is what we're trying to do. This is what we're trying to go in the next 6 months. We're trying to grow the company to where you have everything that you absolutely need inside of Veracity.
Never been on top of a building.
See, it's worth it, right?
Yes. Oh wow.
So
It's scary, but
if we look that way, look at the traffic. Right? For the most part, everybody's life is stop and go just like that traffic. No free. And what we want to create here at Veracity is what you see here on the right side. You're at your own speed, at your own pace, kind of doing your own thing. I think this is life.
No, sir.
Coming to you. Live. That's kind of clear. I see myself. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. It's gonna be a bright sunshiny day. There we go. Okay.
Alright, so I brought some brochures for you.
Okay.
Matthew and Patricia. Now this is just some information on the actual product.
That goes really good because you want them to see that you're sincere about getting them the best thing that's best for them. That part, if anything you don't memorize, that's one of the things you gotta memorize. Yes.
That's a long script, man.
It's easy though.
Yeah,
It's gonna get easier.
I don't think I could do it.
Yes, you could. Do anything you want to do, Angelica.
Oh, Miss Soup, Soup,
We have to record.
Soup.
Yeah, you know you owe me soup, right?
I do.
Yep.
What is this soup you speak of?
From Prairie bread that you talked about yesterday. I plugged it in everyone. And so, like, as a parent and as a family member, it's their job, Jelly. It's their job to defend you or kind of be your bumper support for your own failure or your own negligence. It's kind of like our defensive mechanism, right? So if you know your brother, your sister have always quit stuff and they've never really given it their all. They've always kind of like fair weather, and they say, "Hey, Jelly, I want to be rich. I want to be a business owner." The first thing you're gonna say is, "Business owner of what?" Because you've never. So that's the family. The family member's job is to question if you really are really wanting to do it. It's not their job to be your cheerleader at first. It's their job to protect you from your own inequity, right? So then you got to figure out and not be like so closed off and kind of figure out what about me do you know that you feel like I won't be successful, and just kind of play off that. I think a lot of people get too emotional, right? My mom and my dad won't support me. I was like that, like. My mom and my dad was and I didn't realize that my family just didn't understand how I grew. So they still saw me as this basketball player. You've always been focused on basketball. So they were thinking the next phase for me was an athletic director or a coach, because they've only saw me in that basketball realm. So if I'm talking about business, they're like, what? That's like out of your, no. Stay where we know you can succeed. You'll be great in this bubble. We know you will, because they know your ability. So if you're a young person trying to go out there and trying to do something, for one, you gotta ask the people around you, how do they really feel about your abilities? And guess what? You gotta deal with that tough first, corrective criticism. Your mom is gonna tell you the truth because your mom knows you. Your dad's gonna tell you the truth because your dad knows you. Your grandma's gonna tell you the truth because your grandma knows you. But then guess what? You look at everything that they see about you, and then you write down the things you see about yourself. And then you be 100% honest with yourself. Do I really feel, yeah, I am kind of everywhere. Yeah, I'm kind of. But if you don't know your weaknesses, how do you know how far you need to go, what you need to focus on? So a lot of times we build up this stigma. There's a lot of crappy people out there that tell your parents, F you. Like, if you want to go do it, just go do it. And most of the time your parents don't mean ill. They just know you. And if you've grown, show them that you've grown. So and then tell them how to support you. Teach them how to support you in this new you. You say, Mom, I do this, I study every day. And sometimes they don't know how to support you in this new venture. They've always supported you in this box. So the moment you get out of the box, they've supported you in this box for 20-something years. So if you're new, they don't know how to support the new you. So sometimes you got to give them parameters on how to support you. And then from there, if they're still toxic, you got to go. You got to figure it out. And you got to find a mentor and somebody that you can kind of lean on for support that's already done what you want to do. And then you can kind of leave and kind of figure stuff out on your own, but never just go out there and just be like willy-nilly. I don't support that at all. I don't, because most people don't know themselves. Most people can't survive on $100 a week and keep their mental psyche without quitting and saying, it took like some gall for me to people saying I was crappy, I was a crappy dad, I was a crappy husband for leaving my first wife and not supporting my daughter, and I was only making $100 a week when I was bringing in over 6 figures, and how selfish and for me, I was like, yo, that's not me. And I'm gonna show you guys, because I know the end result of what I want to do. right, so ask me what you're gonna ask me and I'll answer.
Okay. Like yesterday, you're saying basically teaching me how to not build a website, because my issue was I thought building a website was I need to learn how to code and all that to get to like the client that they want, and you're just telling me you don't need to do that.
Yeah, you don't have to be. Everybody wants to be the first to create this new thing. Like you want to do everything, and in the world of entrepreneurship, in the world of social capitalism, and this economy, this enterprise, no one cares. They just want good work, right? So in the effort of trying to get good work, you're at this point to where everyone, I need to know how to code, I need to know how to do this, I need to know how to do the interface, but you don't realize that the client, they just want the end result. So however you get to the end result, it doesn't matter. As long as they're happy with the product that you have. And I think yesterday I used an example of like a restaurant. A restaurant isn't out there owning cows, chickens, and beef. They outsource that. Somebody else owns that, and they just buy the meat from them. Somebody else owns the ketchup in the ketchup package. They just white label that. Somebody else owns the alcohol. They just bring their own alcohol and they call the drink whatever drink they want to call it. And the only thing they're doing, they're using everyone else's efforts to create their own image. So you're looking at a restaurant, let's say Chick-fil-A for an example. You're looking at Chick-fil-A, you see Chick-fil-A as the best chicken sandwich place in the world with the best chicken nuggets. But Chick-fil-A isn't out there owning chicken farms. They're not raising chicken. They're finding it from somebody that they have a partnership with. And a lot of times people don't understand in entrepreneurship, when you're trying to build and grow a business, partnerships are your best ally. They're your best friend. Why would I want to code? I don't want to code. If say for example I want to build a website, why would I want to code? Why would I want to build the interface and the structure where everybody knows that, this, because I got to keep up with the support. I got to keep up with the crashes. I got to keep up with, that's something that you don't want to do. You can just let somebody else control that. You build a beautiful website. You charge whatever price that you know that it deserves because you got somebody that has built the host, the development, the software, the interface, whatever, to keep the website up. So you know the worth of it because you have that background working for you. A lot of people think in business, I got to do it all myself. That's not true. You're going to stretch yourself too thin. The only end result that you're trying to get is income. Your result is income. What you do in between time either can result in more income or take up too much time. You learning how to code is not going to make you a better coder, because now you got to learn how to master it before you even sell it. So now you're going to tell yourself, well, I don't code good enough to sell it yet. And you could have been making money. The whole point of entrepreneurship and getting into this world of business is to make money. That's the whole point, is to make money and create financial freedom. However you do it to get there, it's not important. It's a saying that says, good artists borrow and great artists steal. Go look at somebody else's page and say, yo, I'm going to create the exact same thing. You can go and check out their view source and see where they got their pictures. A lot of times they get their pictures from Google and from stock photos. Or no one's like creating it, and the person that's actually creating the templates and coding, that's your Weebly's, that's your GoDaddy's, that's what they do. And then they sell their coding and they sell their interface and they sell their back office and their support. They sell that to the person who wants to build the website. What do you think about that?
Awesome.
Yeah, so just keep it simple. It's very simple. In business, keep it simple. And don't think of, people too much get caught up with, business should be something, I should be doing something I love to do in business. Nobody loves to do anything, right? The only thing you love to do is spend time with your family, do what you want to do, shout when you want to shout, fly where you want to fly, and be able to worship whatever belief you believe in. Those are the only things you love to do. Let's be honest. Nobody just loves to work. Nobody loves to do it. However, you do something that you're good at, or you think that something that you think that you can grow, so it equates to money, so that you can do what you love to do. Money only buys you what you love to do. That's it. So I want to be in whatever industry that's going to get me the most money, so I can buy the most of what I actually love to do. Money buys time. Money buys freedom. Money buys whatever you love to do. Money buys happiness, not necessarily in the things that you buy, but happiness and freedom from being financially stressed out. That's and living check to check and trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next. That's the truth. Nobody, think about it. Before Google came out, who wanted to go and be, no one, IT processing, coding, that wasn't fun. You know what I mean? That they made it fun because they saw the end result of it. And it was an income that can create me this, what I want. And you love to do it. So if you're a people's person, you love developing people, you can go anywhere and do that.
I never thought it like that. You don't like nobody. You don't really love to do it. You just work at it, I guess, because you're like passionate about it, and then pay for the stuff you love to do.
Yeah, just think about all the people that love fashion that quit fashion because fashion didn't generate the money that they wanted. If you love it, you'll do it regardless. Okay, good. So now let's talk about our 90-day calendar. June, July, and August. For the next 90 days, we're pretty much planned out. You're looking at that like, man, that vision board don't mean nothing to me. So your business plan has to continue to grow as you do as a business person. That means a lot as it pertains to you guys developing and growing your distribution outlets for your business. You want to say, you may have said, man, I just want to develop one person. And then you may go to 10. And then you want those goals for those outlets because those outlets are micro franchisees to you. They're a direct reflection of your leadership and your ability to be able to teach them how to sell a product. Does that make sense? Because at the end of the day, everything is sales. And if I don't understand that, I waste time. And time is not something that you want to waste. Okay? So say for an example, as a teacher, right? If you're getting paid $5,000 a month, that's a salary. Right? The only difference between hourly and salary, you get some paid time, get some vacation time, and you may get benefits. That's the only difference. They allow you to miss time because they know that it makes up for the extra hours that they make you work. Does that make sense? So it's flex. That's what a salary is. It's just flex time based on what they make you do, and they gotta give you time because they know that they're working you over 8 hours a day. Does it make sense? So if someone's getting paid $5,000 a month, which is $60,000, right? A year. The typical average person that doesn't understand that everything I do costs me money, they're not going to realize that if I don't understand how to equate this, what I make annually, monthly, down into nanoseconds, I don't realize that everything I do costs me money. I waste time. What's the word you use? I filibuster around. It's because I don't understand. As a business owner, you know that everything I do pays me. So I know I may not get paid for the training today. I may not get paid for setting up the scripts, making sure stuff is together. I may not get paid for organization. I may not get paid for developing the programs to make sure everything's. I may not. There's a lot of stuff that I don't physically at that moment get paid for. But I do see remnants of that at the end of the month, the quarter, and the year. So if I break this down from 5,000, I can tell you right now how much a teacher get paid. Right? This is without taxes. So $5,000. Do $5,000 divided by 30 days. How much does a teacher make a day? $5,000 divided by 30. Yes.
$166.66. 67.
And 67 cents. Sandra, in the heat of the year, how many hours you put in a day?
About 9 hours a day.
9. Do 67 divided by 9. 9 hours. How much you get paid hourly? Huh?
1851. That ain't enough. 1852. My bad.
What you gonna do? 1851. $18.51. Divide this into 60 minutes. How much you getting paid per minute?
30 cents. 31 cents.
31 cents.
Bud.
Do 31 cents divided by 60 seconds. So how much you getting paid per second?
Not even a penny. Nothing. 0.005.
That's why it has become easy for me to say, shut up, talk.
Exactly.
So, wasted time.
Yeah.
Whether it's not even a full penny. it's wasted money. Does it make sense? 60,000 a year. That sounds good. I'll make 60,000. Ooh, amazing. Right out of college, 60,000 a year. You're only making $18.51 an hour.
That's it.
Does it make sense? So if I think about that in retrospect to an entire year, every minute, every hour, every second, every nanosecond, every month matters.
And when they ask why you do it, just tell them it's because of my why. Yeah, it's because of my why. Yeah, oh. And when they say why you grind so hard, it's because of my why.
I've been getting at it all day, man. He got hustle.